We did it. We did it. That just happened.
That's a thing that exists in the world.
Honestly, this is kind of like for as much as I complain that we don't have a budget, it looks like we do.
I mean, you basically the currency is your sleep. Like you just don't
Yeah,
sleep and you make all this stuff for free, like a slave.
technically. So, hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? I see that we have already a couple of people up in here. We have 60 something people for the first stream. Can we get it to 69, guys?
I was about to say something. I'm glad you did. I don't want them to think I'm the deviant around here.
Oh yeah, yeah. You are the absolute more purest of the group. So let's leave it at that. So let's see how who do we have in here? We have Brian, Rogue Disney. We have Alex Ramsey. Hopefully that a sibling or family member of Gordon Ramsay's family. So what? Who else do we have? R.D. Hernandez, Your Barmy, Michael Smith, Jake the Movie Geek, Ruby, Vissinger. We have a lot, and we got it finally to 69. Now we can actually begin this
This party.
godforsaken show. So, anyways, how you doing, Amanda?
I'm good. Just got out of the shower, so I feel so fresh and so clean.
Nice reference. I dig it. I know my hip hop. You know.
that,
Oh,
that sounds like something somebody not cool would say. Like I know my hip hop.
I have a black friend. Like,
Yeah, it's me, and I don't count. I'm like this much black.
I mean, between you and Mike, you're like kind of half black.
Yeah, we're still kind of like a vaguely black person.
So, welcome, guys, to the first stream of Weeps and Waifus. Uh, it's been a ride. Like it feels like it's been possibly like a month since we switch over this channel and we started posting videos here and seeing your guys' comments and seeing your guys' engagement. And I would like to say, as the first legit, genuine sentence spoken in a Weeps and Waifus live stream is thank you. Thank you for all your support. I this is something that I was talking to Amanda the other day. The engagement that we have on the videos, like every time I go back and there's like a little bit more views and comments or people are liking and sharing, definitely I just want to say you guys are making all of this 100% worth it. So thank you so much. Thank
I
you so
just
much.
I just did that annoying thank you that I hate when actors do, where they're like, "Thank you."
Namaste, namaste. Okay, so
People are
Scully,
shit talking your microphone, dude.
look, it's the stupid blue snowball thingy, and I've had it for years. And yes, it's a piece of shit, and
Someone
it's
says you use a sewer pipe as a mic.
dude,
They're
close to.
savage.
But all right, for all of you goddamn bastards, I just bought, I just bought this baby, like a legit microphone. But guess what? I don't have an audio console, so it's useless. So I just ordered my audio console so I can finally use like a nice quality audio, so you guys can finally start joining in my ASMR videos. That's gonna be sweet. Or mukbang, just gonna be chewing all up in your ear. So everyone is talking about me getting a new tattoo. Spoiler alert: I've been having this. I've had this tattoo for like the past month, and you can see it in all of the videos, but it was just not finished. Now it's finished. Now it has all the proper shading and everything. So it's not new, it's just finished. So, anyways, do you have any tattoos, Amanda?
Nope. I can't
Why?
commit to anything. I wanted to get like a half sleeve a couple years back, and I'm glad I didn't because at the time I was like, yeah, I'm really into this stuff, and I keep changing my interests every couple years.
So, if we got to like 1 million subscribers, would you tattoo my face anime style like on your shoulder?
Um, if we got to 1 million, maybe I would. If it was monetized and we got to 1 million and I got some of that money, then sure, yeah, not on my shoulder. I'd put it somewhere where the sun don't shine.
Like the bottom of your feet.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I'd only share it on my OnlyFans. I'd charge extra for that.
Oh, there you go. That's how we start this stream. So,
I was gonna say with Krista and Christina not here and Kongman, like we don't have
yeah, so
a moral core.
that is true. That is true. We're definitely going into a rabbit hole that it'll be very difficult to escape out of. So,
Sorry, guys.
um, guys, you guys, before the stream started, I asked you like, what would you like us to talk about today? And the one thing that got recommended the most was recommendations. What are we watching? What could we recommend to you? What are you watching? What could you recommend us? So I think it would be just fair if first off, let's lay down the rules. We are amongst friends right now, okay? So you are participating in this as much as we are. Not just because we're hosting the stream means that we are the know-it-all in all that is anime, because clearly we are not, especially Amanda. She's very ignorant. But everyone has seen something that someone else hasn't. So I would like to definitely get down to some nice recommendations, old and new. It doesn't matter. So Amanda, what are you watching right now that you would recommend the peeps?
I mean, I feel like I'm just stealing your stuff because I'm watching what you recommended to me. I'm watching Orange and not Return of Kings, Ranking of Kings.
The Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. Yeah, and those are both really good. I like them so far. Who knows though? They could end like crap, but I don't think they will because you've spoken very highly of them.
Mhm.
I just finished watching a really good. I'm a hipster when it comes to my anime. I'm like, oh, I only like obscure, weird stuff. You might not have heard of it. No, that's not why I like it, but I do tend to like the weird stuff. So I just finished watching a really brilliant one. It's not for everybody, but it's called Kaiba. I know I've talked about it on the other stream on the other channel, but it's just so good. But it's not for everyone, but it's like dark sci-fi but animated in the old school anime style of like Astro Boy and like Kimba the White Lion, like that kind of stuff. So it's on
Okay.
Peacock. You can watch it.
So let me share my screen real quick. So not Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh, but this Kaiba, this little green thing. We watched an episode, and
And then we had to pause at a very awkward spot because I had people working on my door, and there was a scene where there was like some sexy stuff happening, and we changed it. We're like, nope, nope, nope.
yeah, this is it. It's a very interesting anime. It's not necessarily easy to watch if you're not somewhat seasoned in this world. That's for sure.
They
It's a
drop you in, which is
Mhm.
some people like that. I like that as a writer. I don't like a lot of exposition in the beginning. Like they give you exposition throughout the show, but they just drop you into stuff that's already happening and you have to catch up. And I prefer that, but some people are like, what the hell's happening? So
Now, why do you like it that much?
I like things that are dark, but also like human. And this show is kind of about it's like, in the sci-fi, like there's this like sci-fi, yeah, that's pretty much true.
Yeah.
Um, in the sci-fi world, I feel like it only works well if it actually speaks to some human thing. So here, basically, people can't afford if they can't afford their lives, they can rent out their body as like a vessel for like a rich person to put their memories into. So it kind of asks the question of like, what makes us human? Is it our memories? Is it our personality? Is it the body we live in? Because they can literally just put all your memories and personality on a little chip and then take it out and store it somewhere until you can pay your debts. And in the meantime, your people are paying to use your body, like walk around in it, so that rich people can live forever. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, it is definitely a very dark premise. Very engaging. Like if you like something definitely for like, not everyone, that you can be very braggy about. Like, hey, I watch Kaiba, and everyone's gonna be like, "What is that?" And then you
Yeah.
can be like, "Well, let me tell you, you stupid commoner.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just better than you." But also, if you just enjoy anything from Pink Floyd, get some edibles and watch this thing. Trust me, you're gonna have a trip.
You
Like,
might need to watch it a second time though, because I'm sure it has a lot of different meaning if you're like on drugs. Yes, I watched it in sub because that's the only version available. Which was yeah, it was interesting because it's a lot of exposition to be reading at one time, and they drop a lot in there, but it's so good.
I just want to give a quick shout out, real quick, to Jake the Movie Geek and your Barmy, because your Barmy says that I have Orange downloaded based on Ivan's recommendation, and Jake says that I watch Orange because of my recommendation and cried like a bitch, just the way I did. Trust me,
I prefer Soy Boy. I like what he wrote, like a little soy boy.
like a little soy boy. No, it's just like, I mean, I'm telling you that series, Orange, it hit me so hard. You are on episode 7, right?
Hmm.
A man of culture. Let's leave it at that. A man of culture. Uh,
So whenever you say that, I know not to watch it,
yeah, I don't watch it.
or at least not with family around.
Like, hey, grandma, let's watch this thing. It's called Bible Black.
Is that what you recommended to Kongmin? Where you're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, have your whole
Bible
family
Black.
watch it. Yeah, was it
Yeah,
Bible
yeah,
Black?
yeah. Yeah,
And
Bible
he's like,
Black.
I can't tell if you're serious or not.
Oh, I would pay money to see Kungman show his Korean grandmother Bible Black. Um, but so yeah, Kaiba is really really interesting. I really liked the premise. And you said it's where, on Hulu
On
or
Peacock.
Peacock? Peacock. Okay.
Random, the NBC app. But again, not for everybody. But if you like, I like Satoshi Kon and like kind of psychological stuff like
Mhm.
that. So yeah, if you like, I don't know, Paprika or a little bit more weird stuff like that, I think you might like Kaiba. But I need to make you finish it, Ivan.
Yes, definitely. That needs to happen. Let me see some of the recommendations from the. I mean,
Mm.
Trigon. You cannot go wrong with that one. Definitely. Amanda is a woman of culture. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Michael Smith says, "I love Bubblegum Crisis. I have never heard of that one." Rurouni Kenshin, obviously. Running Warriors, I've heard of that one. And Yu Hakusho,
Oh
if
yeah,
we're going to
Yu Yu Hakusho. That's a good one.
Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah, Yu Yu I mean, what did you know that Netflix is doing live action Yu Yu Hakusho?
They are. I'm gonna hold my breath. I know it's dumb because they haven't made something good yet, but maybe they've finally been listening.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Well, let's see. Let's see how that goes.
Oh, somebody's
Of
watching Violet
course,
Evergarden like you did.
I was waiting for someone to be like, JoJo. Let's watch JoJo. Have you watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
I've watched a little bit of it. I think I'm a small character in it, a character named like Paco.
You did a character in JoJo?
You're always he doesn't care about like my big characters because he's never seen Sailor Moon. He's never seen Naruto, or he's seen Naruto and he doesn't like it or something like that.
No,
Something lame.
I just think that Boruto is a really shitty
That is
character.
not what you said. Well, I mean, you did say that, but you
Yeah.
also said you just don't want the chat to eat you alive if I say you don't like Naruto. Um, but no, like, but then he'll get excited about like I did a small part in K-On! Or in
I went fangirl on
Haruhi
that one.
Suzumiya or JoJo. I'm like,
Wait, you actually voiced something in Susumiya?
no, like a bunch of like small, like little girl, like the girls in the hallway. I think in the movie, I'm like every girl in the hallway.
I
Talking
need your autograph. Um, so yeah, well, for anyone that didn't know in the chat, Amanda right here, she's a voice actress. She does the voice of annoying as Boruto
I'm gonna punch
and
you in the fight. I'm gonna punch you in the face
unimportant Sailor Jupiter.
and the dick.
Um,
Just-
What else? What else do you do? That's it, right?
I'm
Like
not going to dance for you. I'm not your monkey. You can Google it. I've got an IMDb. It's relatively impressive.
um, but someone actually just typed what you did.
What?
You did a dragon in Cataclysm?
Yeah, that was. I thought it was Twilight something.
Huh. Interesting. Now, granted, I must say, and I'll say it for the chat, just because I have to say it every time I say that Boruto sucks. To your recommendation and to what I've heard from a lot of people, Boruto, the first 60 episodes, which are the shitty ones, are anime original and technically filler, and they do not follow the manga. When the manga picks up, and that is like on episode 60-ish
It's
in the
around
anime,
when the tuning exams start.
that's when the manga actually like starts, and that's when it gets good. Correct?
Yes, that's my take on it. I know some people who love filler, they love the slow character moments, but I'm just like everybody's saying, yeah, the Boruto manga is pretty good. Like, so as long as it sticks with the manga, the show is good too. But it's when they kind of go off script that they're like, let's do an episode about them delivering the mail. That's when you know that they've got nothing else to write about.
Let me see. Let me see. I saw someone that I saw someone that recommended one that yeah, it's gone. So for whoever, you know who you are. Uh, they recommended this one. Let me type it real quick, which is one of my personal favorites. And let's see if the chat knows. Wolfsring.
Mm.
Have you ever watched it?
I know what it is. It was on my list, and then I never
Mhm.
did. But I've heard it was great.
Yes, Wolfrain is it's one that you can like really dive into. It's got it's like it's not like as psychedelic as Kaiba, but it definitely has a lot of layers. It's like an ogre, it has a lot of layers to it. And when I first started watching Wolf's Rain, I thought it was a show about werewolves, and I could not have been more wrong about it, because that's why I think I left the series initially, because I was like, this makes no sense. They're not werewolves. They're actual wolves that can project themselves as humans, because they're being hunted by humans in this post-apocalyptic type of world. And let me say, if you watch Wolf's Rain back in the day, I would highly recommend that you watch it again, because it will you will understand it better. It's like, for example, when you watch Jurassic Park as a kid, you watch it for like the dinosaurs and eating people and everything. But then you watch it again as an adult, and you're like, oh no, the theme is they're playing to be God, and how nature like finds a way. This is how Wolf's Rain is. Like, I think when we watched it as kids, you could see like action and like cool animation and everything. But then you watch it again and you'll be like, oh, this is actually about society and classism, and like it is really deep. It's really, really deep. And the way they manage telling the story through the perspective of non-human characters, it's great. What are you laughing about?
I'm like 12 years old.
Oh,
You were talking about it's deep. It's really, really deep. And I was going to be like, your mom's real deep.
all right, she's out. Well, for anyone that actually like grew a little bit past their teenage years,
Yeah, not me.
um, let's see what other people. Oh, Goblin Slayer. This is one in my list. Let's see, Goblin Slayer. Now, for what I've heard of Goblin Slayer, have you ever heard of this?
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's supposed to be like not the main character is not supposed to be like this grandiose warrior, but like the side character on an RPG.
Hmm.
And he goes against goblins that are supposed to be like not the strongest beings, but he's just really smart, and that's how he defeats them. So it's not about like this mighty warrior
Right.
facing like a very powerful enemy. It's just like he's going like he's a C class warrior going against like dumb creatures. I think that's what it is. I think that's
Right.
what it is. But you guys correct me if if we're wrong. Now, I wanted to tell you guys, tell the audience, there is one anime that I have not watched that I just started watching. I recorded my reaction to the first and the second episode. Yes, I understand what some people might say, but I want to get the feel if you guys would be very interested in us, like me or Amanda or like Krista or whatever, watching anime that we've never watched before that is somewhat popular, and do like a reaction in this channel. The anime that I've never watched that I did the reaction to is this one. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Jujutsu Kaisen. So, would you guys be interested in watching that type of reactions? Because also there is a reaction for the first episode of another anime that Amanda had never watched, and we did a reaction together as well.
That he's never going to release.
Let me tell you, you turn a PG, like a G-rated show into like M18 with your stupid ass commentary.
And the thing is, we were originally going to do Food Wars, but I bet you I would not have made one sexual comment during Food Wars because it'd be expected. It's Food Wars.
So the show that we that we did first reaction to, that it will be released and it'll be my demise. Spy Family. God damn it. It is such a wholesome show. It is like look at this. Look at the innocence. Look at the at just how wholesome it truly is. Now, what are you guys more interested in watching? The first, the reaction to Spy Family or the reaction to Jujutsu Kaisen? I wish I knew how to do polls, but I don't know how to. So we'll see in the comment how you guys type. Now, um, Amanda, from the anime that you used to watch like back in the day, what would be some that you would recommend?
I mean, I already mentioned Paranoia Agent, so I
Mhm.
liked Code Geass. I probably mispronounced that, but I liked Gundam Wing. Maybe I'm just showing my age. I'm showing like the era that I came up in anime.
Yeah,
um,
Astro Boy. Like,
Shut up. Um, I mean, obviously Hayao Miyazaki, but that's like everybody likes that, but
mm.
can't go wrong there. Are we doing like our top 10 or just kind of general?
No, just general recommendation. You know,
Yeah, I mean, it's cheesy, I guess. It's not cheesy. I liked it, but Your
mm.
Name was a really good
Your
movie.
name.
Yeah, it was like a sweet
Dude,
romance.
let me show you. Let me hold on. All right, keep talking. Keep talking. I need to pause.
Okay, keep talking. What other anime do I like? This is like when people ask you like what's your favorite song? You'll listen to it all day and suddenly you're like, I don't know what music is. What else did I love? Like I liked something called Le Chevalier d'Eon. It was like D apostrophe EON. It's about, I mean, it's loosely based off of a real historical character in French history, but here it's like uh he in real life the guy was just like I guess he cross dressed or whatever, and he was like this really brilliant swordsman or whatever, but he also did other stuff. But then they're not sure if it was a girl dressed as a guy or a guy dressed as a girl or whatever. But in the anime, they make it so that his dead sister, he becomes his dead sister when he's possessed, and then he fights zombies. It's a whole cool thing. It was very dark, gothic kind of stuff.
Mad shout out to Samurai Pizza
Samurai
Cat.
Pizza Cats.
You're definitely not showing your age on that one. Yes, Speed Racer does count as an anime. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Now, speaking of Your Name, not like Your Name, like the movie Your Name. I know you're not like a merch person, but they just released this on Crunchyroll, the figure of Taki and Mitsuha from Your Name, and then you put them together like they are on the Blu-ray box set, and then you put the little background right there. That's it. That's. I just wanted to share the only thing that makes me happy nowadays. So
The only thing that
just
warms.
looking at figures that I cannot afford. That really is it. Now, so for me, something that there's one anime that I recently watched that I cannot shut up about because it hit me in the feels, that I think like it easily became one of my top. But it's definitely not like the best thing in the world. But for me, right now, it is Assassination Classroom. This is a recommendation from Kongman, actually. He recommended this anime to us, and let me tell you, does it hit hard. It's a fantastic, very original anime. I was not expecting in any way, shape, or form to be uh, to to be the way it is. So charming, endearing, but still like full of suspense. So for anyone that hasn't seen Assassination Classroom, it came out in 2016, I believe. I think. Um, the premise is that you have this octopus looking thing who says is going to destroy the earth um, in a year's time. But in the meantime, he wants to teach this class of like rejected students from this prestigious middle school how to kill him. So he wants to teach them how to be like really good assassins so they can kill him. And there's a bounty on his head. Will he destroy the earth? Will he be assassinated? What kind of wacky adventures you're gonna be going into? Who knows? But definitely, this is one that just won me over in the best possible ways. Definitely. So another one that I am recently watching that it is just dumb, but in the best way possible. Uh, It's Love After World Domination. This is it. World After Love After World Domination. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
So this show, did you ever watch the Power Rangers?
Yes.
Like the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
Like y'all.
Okay. So imagine if the Red Ranger was in love with Rita Repulsa.
Okay.
So the whole premise is that there's this Power Ranger looking things. Um, I don't have. There's not really an image of the other ones, but you can see that he's clearly the Red Ranger, right?
Yeah.
And this and so they are called the Gelato Force or something like that.
Okay.
And whenever they transform, he's like, I'm strawberry, the flavor of peas. And then the other one is like, I am pistachio, the essence of love, or whatever. Like, so they're supposed to be like the flavors of ice cream. And they fight, obviously, the bad guys. But secretly, the leader, the Red Ranger, and the leader of like the bad guys are actually dating. So they're like holding hands. When the other ones are beating the shit out of each other, they're like holding hands, talking about like, what they're gonna eat for dinner or whatever. Then before they get like discovered, they start fighting again. And it's just like incredibly stupidly cute. Like it's really, really cute. If you are into like rom comedies and just like want to feel like there's actually love out there, definitely I would recommend this one. Just came out not too long ago. I think it was like earlier this year or the end of last year. It was either a spring or a winter anime, and it it's it's a great watch. It's super stupidly fun. So I would highly recommend that one too.
It's
Uh,
has anybody else seen the original Japanese Power Rangers? Like the Zhu Ranger or whatever. Like I watched a couple episodes a couple years ago and it was pretty funny. And also, if you ever wondered when you were younger, why does there's two girls in the American version, but only the Pink Ranger has a skirt, the yellow version does not. And it's because the footage they used of them fighting was from the original Japanese version, and
mhm.
the Yellow Ranger was a dude. So if you look closely, Trini's sporting a package, a modest one, a
a,
Japanese sized
mod-
one.
a modest package.
Yeah, like a compact car.
Yeah, like I saw there was like when they were fighting, right? Like they were in the US on a park, and then they transform and they were like in this cannon or something. Like the entire like background would change because obviously they're using footage from like a different let me see if I can find it. That's gonna be so much fun. All right, let's see. How would you look for it?
What?
Power Rangers
Like the
original
like ZYUU Ranger, I think, was like something like that.
TYU.
It might be just one U. I don't know. It'll come up. Also, it's intense. Like there's an episode where like the kids get like trapped, their souls get trapped in trees. And then the English version, like they just use a lot of the fight footage and like the monster stuff, but then they filmed the high school stuff, Angel Grove stuff in the US, obviously. But yeah, if you watch the original Japanese one, they were like also like warriors who were put to sleep for 500 years and have to come back to like save the world. Like it's a lot more intense than just like we wanted to gather a bunch of teenagers together for some reason.
So this is, I guess, this is part of the original one. Um, I'm trying to look for the Yellow Ranger to see
I mean,
like.
it's 90s footage, so you're not going to see a high def. It's not going to be a 4K
No, I
bulge
know it's not gonna be like.
visible from.
Okay, but yeah, it doesn't have a skirt.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. My God. Now
The more you know.
I'm gonna. Does anyone know about this guy? Speaking of very old ancient stuff, Ultraman.
You're very brave to do a search on a live stream. I would be very embarrassed if all the other suggestions and recent things I searched popped up when you start typing.
Midget porn.
Yeah, I'm like, no, no, ignore that. It was research.
So this is Ultraman. Um, but so he was, I think, the first like before the Power Rangers.
Hmm.
There was Ultraman. So it's
Was this like
supposed to be.
80s?
Oh, this is from like the 60s.
Oh, wow. All right.
So yeah, like apparently there's this like alien race that kind of morphs with a person to give birth to like this Ultraman, like this giant that can't fight for like the piece of earth, but he can only last 3 minutes. Oh, hold on, I need to say that again. Um, he can only fight for 3 minutes, or he can only survive in Earth for 3 minutes because the oxygen is kind of toxic for him.
I can't unhear what you said, so it's fine.
God damn it.
Just
But you
project
can
a
see
little
the
bit.
zipper right here. Like there's a giant ass zipper of the suit. Now, granted, for all my people with culture, they know that this is not the original Ultraman. This Ultraman right here is Ultraman Tiga,
Hmm.
which is from the 80s or the 90s. The original Ultraman is like, you can clearly tell it's like insanely old. So Ultraman, it's one of those series that's still going on today, and I think Netflix tried to. They did an anime, Ultraman anime, but I didn't like it. It was like it was a mecha show, you know. And speaking of mechas, one recommendation that I'm pretty sure no one of you ignorant commoners have ever heard of: Neon Genesis Evangelion. So if you've, I know this is a very obscure
It's
anime. I know it's like possibly right now, like your
your mind is
hamster
blown.
wheel is like not understanding like what I'm saying. But if you can, Neon Genesis Evangelion is one of those that you will definitely enjoy if you like giant robots, cool action, and looking at characters representing different stages of mental illnesses.
I was gonna say, I'm like, if you just like the mech stuff, maybe watch a Gundam series. But if you like psychological stuff that where you're like, what is happening? Then yeah, Evangelion.
Yeah, like I said, I know it's now we're down going down the rabbit hole. Like we're reaching the bottom of the barrel with that recommendation. But just saying,
People aren't gonna know you're joking.
huh?
So people aren't gonna know you're joking. They're gonna be like,
Now they know.
he just said, cancel weeps and waifus. They think Evangelion's scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Oh, they can come for me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, they
um,
can.
what? Yeah, I guess. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I guess they can. Um, okay, I want to test. I want to test the audience. All right, I want to test the audience. I'm going to show you guys the image of an anime, and I want to see in the chat if you know the name of the anime based on the image that I'm going to show you. I'm going to try to like block the 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 title so you can't see it, but I want to see if you guys know, if you guys can guess, and whoever guesses gets a prize. All right. So let me see. Okay, let me save that. Yep. Okay, here it is. Okay, boom. You guys have 15 seconds. 15 seconds to guess. Can you guess, Samantha? Do you know
No,
where is she from?
I don't watch cutesy shit except for your name.
And it's gone. All right, let's see. Okay, two people already. Three,
How are you
four.
going to distribute the prizes? Was it just first person or
I was just gonna send them kisses.
okay? Taco flavored kisses for my babe.
So yes, in fact, is Higurashi. You guys know more than what you appear to know. When they cry, yeah, Higurashi no Naku Koroni, or when the cicades cry, or when they cry. Definitely.
Long title.
If Yeah, I know. But if you like horror, if you are into horror, if you like something that is very thrilling, very suspenseful, my recommendation for this upcoming Halloween is Higurashi no Naku Koroni, or When They Cry.
Oh, so it's not cutesy.
Oh no,
I might actually like it. I just the animation looked like she was going to be like a cute little.
yeah, and that's how they fool you. This anime fooled me insanely well because yeah, like the main characters are like this cutesy, like, oh, we're going to high school, but then you have when shit hits the fan.
Yes.
This, I think you would enjoy this because
Have a
uh
dark, twisted soul. All right.
So yes, definitely this is a very not not um not for the faint of heart anime. Now, they did it's not like they made, because here's the thing, is the newer version better? So this is what happened. They made two seasons of When They Cry. And that was like a little bit old, from the early 2000s. So they just came up with a not necessarily soft reboot, but a very incredibly soft kind of reboot, mostly sequel to the story. And it's not like it's rebooting the story, but it's giving a new perspective and a new spin to it. But it works more as a sequel than anything else, because it continues with the story. And I have not finished it yet, but so far it's really good. It's really, really, really good, because the story in the first two seasons is being told by one character, or at least you're seeing it through their eyes. But in this new season, you're seeing the story happening through a different character's eyes, and seeing the motives for some of the shit that happened before. So really good, really good. We have Epic Mike in the chat. Look at that, Epic Mike. I wish you were not in the chat and you were in the stream, but you don't give a shit about us. So that sucks. So F in the chat for Mike, because I messaged him and I was like, "Hey Mike, do you want to join?" And he's like, "No, you're not important enough
Yeah,
yet."
he said you don't have enough subscribers yet.
So yeah, so there you go. We're not good enough for Mike, so that sucks.
Somebody
Hmm.
also recommended for Halloween, and I will second this, is Vampire Hunter D.
Oh, let me pull it up.
That's one of the few movies I have on actual DVD still. Well, there's a show, I guess. I saw the movie. I think it was Bloodlust.
Is this the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised that I saw they have like Helsing right there. Like
No, Helsing too. Helsing's
they.
good. What other
Oh,
Halloween
I
recommendations?
didn't even know you watch Helsing.
Like I said, I used to watch a lot of anime before I started working in it. It was just more like high school, college
Mhm.
era, which is different than yours because you're a child.
Mm,
We wouldn't have even been in high school at the same time. We just figured that out the other day. He's a baby.
yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. Now, I want to ask the chat. Uh, have you guys watched, or any of you, the Netflix Castlevania? Because I know they did a modern anime of Castlevania, and I'm wondering if it's any good. If I should devote some time to it or not, because we have very little time in this earth as it is, and we're not going to be able to watch all the anime. But definitely want to know if it's worth it or not. So I see say yes, 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 nope, nope. Love Castlevania. It's pretty good. Nope, no. So it says 50-50. It's not terrible. Yeah, like I'm not seeing like a unanimous yes or a unanimous no. I seeing
Pretty
a
split.
50-50. Yeah.
So somebody
So
said it's amazing, and somebody else is like it's terrible. Like
yeah. Yeah, watch it. It's like super good. It's a fucking travesty. Like, okay, shit. Netflix original animes are pretty good, Ryan Repar says. Now, I've only watched, I think, Netflix original. I watched this one. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Carol and Tuesday. Have you ever heard of it?
are you asking me? I thought you were asking the chat. I was like,
Well, I'm asking all of you, but yeah.
I only speak to when addressed as Madam Miller.
Madam Mella,
Yes.
have your ears ever heard I guess.
Speak English, boy.
Oh,
This is
I'm sorry,
America.
madam. I'm sorry.
Don't
It's
look
just
me in the eye. I know I said to look me in the eye, but don't look me in the eye.
I'm not looking, madam. I'm not looking. But have you ever heard of this animation?
No.
Okay, then you don't matter. So for the people that have actually watched this thing, um, this is the story of this chick who is close to being homeless, and this chick who it just plays the guitar, and they like get together and they play music together in a world. And this is what's interesting about it. They play music in a world where music is being made by AI, just fully AI. They just type what people like and comes with a song, and they just put it with a singer or whatever. But no one makes music out of their heart anymore.
Hmm.
And they come these guys and they start playing. Like the soundtrack is very mild. Like it's good, but it's not something that is gonna pump you up. It's very like acoustic Mumford and Sons type of thing, you know.
Okay.
But that's the only Netflix. And I guess Kami, this one. I'm about to start watching this one, and if anyone in the chat has ever seen it, I know this is another Netflix original. Kami can't communicate.
I'm not fully sure what they mean by Netflix original, because a lot of time, like, is it something where Netflix paid to have it commissioned and made,
Yes,
or is it because okay, because I'm like but they put their stuff on a lot of shows, but like a lot of stuff is just stuff that they're distributing. They didn't make it. But then there
exactly.
are stuff that's original that like I worked on a show called that I liked. It was called Cannon Busters. And that
Mhm.
one was cool because it was made by LaShawn Thomas, who's an American animator. But then he like went to Korea to study because most anime is actually animated in Korea, I guess, or like the frames in between or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, and then he created this anime that was written in English. Then they took it to Japan and they animated it and did all that stuff in Japan, and then they dubbed it back into English. So it was a weird process. But yes,
Mm. We have a good comment right here. Netflix original just means that they bought the rights to stream, so that's what it means.
there are some that are actual like Netflix originals, but I think
Yeah,
they're
like
like Zeus. Was that bad? The Greek god one I tried watching, Blood of
blood.
Zeus, maybe, or maybe that was an anime first. But I think that was like their attempt to try
This
to make
one.
an anime.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I watched it. It was okay. It was
I couldn't get
okay.
into it. I didn't care.
I
Maybe
mean,
maybe it got better.
it's okay. Like I definitely now I see some people talking about this one, and I totally forgot. I totally forgot that I watched this thing. Now I see that you guys liked it, and that's okay. Like I'm not going to trash on your like, but it put me to sleep like nothing else. It was Netflix Sasuke, I think. No, Nasuke. It was like no, that's Nezuko. God damn it, hold on. It was about a black samurai.
And it was not Afro Samurai.
It was. God, why is everything Afro samurai with you?
That's the only I'm sorry, there's not a ton of anime about a black samurai, so I assume I have a 50-50 shot with Afro
This one,
Samurai.
Yasuke. Yasuke. Yasuke is this. Okay, so if I told you that there's an anime of a black samurai inspired by like legit events that happened, there's a legend or like there's a historical figure in Japan of a black samurai. So um, if I told you, hey, there's an anime inspired in real events of a black samurai, what would you be expecting to watch?
I don't know. Something about a black samurai.
Yeah. Now, if I told you that, oh, it's inspired by real events of this black samurai, that deals with magic and giant robots and like beyond Harry Potter shit, would you think it's fitting to the time period?
No.
Exactly. So there's a lot of magic elements into this thing. A lot like it's like I think Netflix try their best to like say let's combine every single genre of anime with this thing,
Hmm.
and they made like they wanted to make a Rurouni Kenshin, Evangelion, and Madoka Magica
Hmm.
all combined. It's like, oh yeah, we got it all. It's got something for everyone, and because of that, it's
So
got
just
nothing.
diluted everything and kind of just made it like when you try to appeal to too many people, you appeal to no one.
Exactly, exactly. So
Ryan Kinnell as Yasuke.
I want someone to meme, to go ahead and meme Ryan
He's
as
already in
Yasuke.
enough trouble, I think.
Yeah. Oh, Samurai 7 was amazing. I would actually dive into this comment if it wasn't because it was put by Epic Mike. So I'm going to ignore it. But Michael Smith says Samurai 7 was also good. Yeah, let's talk about Samurai 7. Did you ever watch Samurai 7?
It sounds familiar, so I must have, but I don't remember it.
So Samurai 7 is inspired obviously by Seven Samurai,
Hmm.
the movie by um, Akira Kurosawa.
Hmm.
I think that's the name of the director. Good. Cry, my child. So
That's your ASMR.
yeah.
It's just like it's usually supposed to be like a comforting scenario, and you're like, "Good, cry, my child." Yes, like a evil stepmother ASMR.
Hey, you could pull that off.
I could because I
Like
am.
a lot of people would be like, oh, please, here's another dollar. Tell me how much of a piece of shit I am.
Oh my god! Like do like a mother trauma ASMR. I wish I had aborted you when I had the chance. I'm gonna get you demonetized. Sorry.
It's not like we're monetized right now, so I
Oh,
guess
it's
we
true.
can
Okay.
take the love
Oh fuck.
delivery. Um, so, anyways, Samurai 7 is it follows like the story of Seven Samurai, which is this little town needs help because there's a lot of bandits. So they go and try to look for a group of samurai or just help in general with very little money. So all of these samurai decide to help, and they are very skilled at their own thing, and they go and try to help the village. It's really good and very good fight scenes. I would recommend it for people that want to watch the movie, but they're not into black and white or like 50s movies. So what else? Because we're almost out of time, guys. We're almost out of time. Time flies when you're having fun. Are you having fun, Amanda? Say fucking yes. You better say yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, we are
Having
having
a good
fun. This is the best. This is the best live stream we've ever done.
time. Isn't it?
Isn't it? Remember, I have your family hostage. God damn it. Um, let's see. Hold on. Have you guys heard the anime that Jaden Smith what started in called Neo Yokio? That is a Netflix original. Never watched it, but it was surprising when I heard of it. What? Jaden Smith? What?
Neo Yokio.
Oh my Jesus Christ! Why am I not surprised that this would be something Jaden Smith would do?
Neo Yokio.
Neo Yokio. What in
Pink
the actual?
Christmas? Are there multiple entries of this? This is like a movie and then a series, or is it just one thing?
I mean, I can see him charging like some superpowers, but then I also see like a mecha. Is is this Netflix again trying to like pull as many goddamn genres as they can?
It says it's the most insane show Netflix has ever made.
Is that supposed to be Jada, but with hair?
No, I was gonna say she'd be bald.
Right now, Will Smith like opens my door and she just like slaps me or something.
Y'all should check out my sketch that's no longer funny about the slapping on my Daywalker comedy channel. I thought I
Yeah,
was gonna get canceled. I did bald Jada and everything.
there, there it is.
Neo Yokio.
Neo Yokio. Well, that's something. That's something. Okay, so all right. So before we go, because we're about to be in closing time. So, what anime would you recommend the people if they want something to like get their feet wet? Like that you would say this is a good beginner that you could like really get a feel for this
I
retarded world.
I don't know if I can because it would depend on what you like. You know, if you like cutesy stuff, or if you like horror, like I mean, I
All right,
guess
let's say
basic bitch stuff. I would probably be like, watch like not basic bitch, but you know what I mean, like how something like Howl's Moving Castle or Spirited Away. Like those are probably good. Like
mhm.
anybody can like this thing, but like after that, I would need to know specifics.
Okay, let's say that you're recommending for someone that likes cutesy stuff and someone that likes Marvel.
Cutesy stuff, I would say like Fruits Basket. Um, I mean, I know of cutesy anime, but I haven't seen them. But I know like people back in the day liked Chobits or whatever that. I'm dating myself. I can tell. I guess you would say Spy Family.
Hmm.
I thought it was sexy. He's good.
So yeah, Spy Family is wholesome, and do not listen to the to the words of this perverted succubus.
Mm-hmm. To
How?
Madam Miller. That's Madam Miller to you.
Okay, so for someone that likes Marvel, what would you recommend?
I mean, I guess I haven't seen it, but I'd probably be like, "Oh, My Hero Academia." But again, I haven't seen it, but I probably am not
That's
wrong.
yeah, actually, Christina, when we watched the trailer for season 6, she said that definitely My Hero Academia is like the Marvel of anime.
What
I don't
about
know.
I mean, this might not be adventure enough, but it's got like the fun Guardians of the Galaxy vibe. There's a show called Space Dandy. Who's my favorite character in Spy Family? The daddies. None of you are gonna get that till you see the video.
I'm pretty sure they get it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
good.
sure they get it. Anyways, anyways, yeah.
Epic Mike's gone through a lot of emotions this episode. He's been heartbroken with us. He's forgiven us. He's come back, and now he's laughing.
Oh, this is a good one. At least I've heard of of this anime. So let's say for someone that okay, now you ask me, what would I recommend for someone that likes such and such and such and such?
Wait, what? Oh, like I picked the genre. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
What would you say would be the best anime for somebody who likes fantasy?
Okay, fantasy and
I was gonna give you a second to think about the fantasy one, but and mm, slice of life anime.
okay, okay. So for a slice of life, I'm gonna do this one. One that if I ever met someone that actually like worked on this thing, I would ask for an autograph immediately. Kayon. Kayon is in my opinion like a just wholesome shit. Like very wholesome. Don't think that you're gonna get like an overcomplicated story. It's just high school girls playing music, and they do a lot of references to to like English bands like the Beatles, Rolling Stones. Like if for someone that likes music, like even if you're not really into anime, the soundtrack of this show is really, really great. Really, really, really great.
Somebody
So
mirrored my thoughts on it.
what?
Kaon is fucking gay.
And what's wrong with that? Sometimes we just need a little gay in our lives, okay?
It's
Shut
true.
up. But now you said someone that likes fantasy, right?
Hmm.
Okay, for someone that likes fantasy, is this does this person shop at Hot Topic or
Mm.
Forever 21?
Ooh, hot topic.
Hot Topic. Okay, easy. So for someone that shops at Hot Topic and wants something fantasy, then I'm going to do Madoka Magica. Madoka Magica will give you the suspense of a new world fantasy thing, but also give you like a good of enough story that is so self-contained and so rich that even if you've never watched anime, you can still like see it for what it is, and it's a really good story. Now I know that probably like like right now, Matoka maybe not a good starter. I think it's a good starter for someone like that is dark and wants to like get into the like a fantasy type of thing. It
What do
would
y'all
be
mean it's not fantasy? It's literally like magic. They're magical girls.
yeah, like how the fuck is this not like they literally go to like different realms of reality and shit, and they fight with like powers creating weapons out of their fingertips. Like how the fuck is that not like
Christopher is roasting you tonight.
what the fuck does that mean? What the hell does that mean? 'Cause he really must have gotten beaten up as a kid. What the fuck? Anyways,
Didn't you get into a lot of fights as a kid?
yes, I did.
He was the bully. No, I'm just kidding.
No, no, I did not become the bully until like my last years of high school in the U.S. Then I was like, yeah, I was testing the waters. But anyhow, so with that said, Amanda, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm cooler than all your other friends, right? That didn't show up.
yeah, like Mike, it would have been such a pleasure to hear Mike talk about like My Hero Academia, like because we haven't watched it, and I think he has, or Demon Slayer. He could have talked about Demon Slayer, but he wasn't here, so he can just die alone. And yeah, guys, so I'm sorry that the stream was not as fun as it could have been, but Mike decided not to come, so that sucks. All right, it's not our fault, you know. It's really not our fault. Um, so thank you again, and really from the bottom of my heart, seeing you guys support has been really, really, really something. I mean, just right now, this is our first live stream, and we peaked at like 120 people watching. Like that fills my heart with joy. So thank you so much for that, and we hope that you guys keep enjoying the content. Let us know if you want to watch something from us, like you want us to do a sketch or a reaction to something. Just type it in the comments. Trust me, we'll do it. We're trying to please you guys that know a lot of anime and don't know anything about it, and that's why we're trying to like make as much welcoming content as possible. And we want your feedback. We want you guys to know that your voice is heard and your wishes are our commands. So thank you for that. With that said, we're gonna say goodbye. So bye, bitches.